SBR, or Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Is it a big deal or not? Well, last week I was in Nashville with many of you, and I think I have been to 4 or 5 Bitcoin conferences, and this one seemed to be the best yet. I felt like it generally had a different or more optimistic outlook, and of course the big news from the event came from Trump and Cynthia Lummis. Trump announced that if elected president, he plans to convert the United States' 200,000 Bitcoin into a strategic Bitcoin stockpile, or a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And in addition to this announcement by Trump, Senator Cynthia Lummis proposed new legislation that would actually make this strategic reserve a reality. But it would also implement a 1 million Bitcoin purchase program over a 5-year period, currently about $70 billion. That's a pretty big deal, as obviously a price indiscriminate buyer trying to buy 1 million Bitcoins would likely send the price significantly higher and usher in a completely new era of geopolitical game theory. Now, taking a step back, it's crazy to think how far Bitcoin has come and how fast the Overton window has actually shifted. We went from Bitcoin will never work because governments will ban it to strategic reserve asset very quickly. That's a massive shift, and some people have questioned, well, why hasn't the price soared after the announcement? I have a couple thoughts on this. One, obviously the odds of this in the short term are very uncertain. It seems like Senator Lummis would need to officially introduce the bill over the coming days, and additional co-sponsors of the bill will need to be announced. On top of that, it's possible that Trump would actually need to be elected to endorse the legislation himself. And then hopefully the bill actually gets passed by the House and Senate. So timing, passing, and implementation are uncertain, at least for now. 2, this is the very nature of Bitcoin. There is a very, very small segment of the world population that understands Bitcoin and is massively long Bitcoin already. And they can't buy much more Bitcoin. So while a wave of buying pressure may be coming over the next 5 years, it takes capital outside of Bitcoin to actually move it higher. And that starts to arrive whenever it starts to arrive. And like all Bitcoin bull markets, an increasing Bitcoin price leads to an increasing Bitcoin price. Marginally more individuals, institutions, and corporations will likely try to front run the US government, and an increasing price will bring the next wave of monetary adoption. So is the strategic Bitcoin reserve a big deal? Absolutely. It's a massive deal, and I think we will likely look back on this week 10 years from now as a major inflection point for Bitcoin. Just remember, like Saylor and Trump now always say, never sell your Bitcoin.